All right, new season. I was kind of bored yesterday. I decided to explore some of the other best of one decks that I have not touched yet, and I ended up on this toxic poison deck. I mean, it is literally toxic to play. A deck that is essentially just a literal coin flip on whether or not you hit your Rot Priest early. It has some very powerful things going for it though that other decks don't have, as in if you're on the draw, it doesn't feel hopeless. Unlike other decks like mono red or even mono black or all the more aggressive creature based decks that need damage, being on the draw is a huge drawback. But for this deck, it is a drawback, but at the same time, that extra card could go a long way in finding you that Rot Priest or the March of Burgeoning Life. I don't really know how to pronounce this, but let's just go with that. So yeah, this deck is either the best deck in the format or the worst deck in the format, depending on how lucky you are. And its win rate probably averages out at about 50 to 60% at most. Definitely don't think it's a deck that has a losing win rate, as in, like, it is still a good deck. Like, it is consistent enough where it feels like it's a decent pick in best of one. Even if you get unlucky a few times, you'll also get lucky a few times. And the fact that you don't have to worry as much about play draw variance is a very big appeal to play something like this. Now, if you don't know what this deck does, I mean, I'm sure you do, but essentially we're trying to abuse Rod Priest, which whenever you target one of your creatures with a spell, target opponent gets a poison counter, and when your opponent, it's like any spell, so your opponent can also target your creature, and they'll get a poison counter, or any creature, right? Like any creature you control. As long as Rot Priest is on the board, they'll get a poison counter, and if they reach 10 poison, they lose the game. So the goal is draw Rot Priest, hold up protection spells, and they try to remove it, and then you protect it, and they immediately get 2 poison. So that's pretty disgusting already. That's why we're playing so many protection spells. And on top of that, we're trying to abuse Rot Priest itself by using March to get another one. So March is X in green instant, very important, where you choose a target creature with mana value less than X. So for Rot Priest, it would be 2. And then you search your library for a creature card with the same name as that creature and put it onto the battlefield tapped. So for 3 mana, you're getting another Rot Priest if you have a Rot Priest on the battlefield. But the key thing here is that all marches, you can exile a green spell from your hand and it costs 2 less. So for 1 mana and 1 green card, 1 green spell, not a land, 1 green spell, then you get another Rot Priest. So on turn 2, you can have 2 Rot Priest and a protection spell up, theoretically. And that's really disgusting already. And then on top of that, we've got the Skrell to naturally protect the Rot Priests. I end up playing Sentry and Contaminator for like that little bit of mid-game grind, just in case. Sometimes you don't find the Rot Priest and you want to rely on more powerful creatures potentially to stall until you can find it. I'm not sure about the Crawling Course. This is a card that feels the weakest in the deck so far. It could probably be the 2 mana double strike toxic creature. I'm really alternating between both. Like, in my mind, I'm not sure which one I'm leaning more towards. It does feel like having another 1-drop is pretty good, but the double striker has easier attacks, I feel like. Especially since we're not playing the enchantment, because the Mite generating enchantment, because it's way too slow in best of one in my opinion. You're gonna hit mono red and just, you cannot cast a 2 mana do nothing with unblockable the next turn. That does not make any sense. But yeah, I don't like that this Crawling Chorus doesn't really line up that well against mono red, but I guess the double striker would also not line up against mono red. But at least if you slap it with the courage, it becomes like an actual threat. Unlike this, realistically, but still, it's not really about the mono red matchup for this card. It's more about, like, other creature matchups where you won't be able to attack with the weak just basic stat line that this has with no keyword that affects combat, unlike the double striker, where if you slap the homestead courage on it, suddenly it becomes a reasonable attack. It becomes a very reasonable attacker, especially combined with the Skrelv that can give it unblockable and indestructible. So when you use a combat trick that gives it indestructible, double strike literally is just gonna deal the full amount and you get to keep your creature. So that's really, really strong in this deck in general. We're using the sentry for like soldiers, because soldiers would just dominate this deck. Otherwise, it's pretty necessary to have something like this to, stall 1 or 2 extra turns and usually find enough to win the game. Contaminator is just there because, you're baiting out removal spells early, and hopefully on turn 3, you can just slam it and it can connect at least once for 2 poison, and that's pretty good. So definitely worth it. And then we're playing Mirex for that little bit of mid-game insurance in case, we're holding up protection spells and then, they don't do anything, and then you can just activate Mirex. So it's pretty good. Now, there are many versions of this deck that I've seen running around. Obviously, there's the, the one with enchantment, the 2-mana Singer card that buffs your toxic creatures by +1/+1 if they're attacking, the double striker, but I find that strategy to be unfortunately not good enough in best of one. I feel like relying on your creatures attacking instead of going for like a just complete blowout is kind of bad, because again, as I mentioned before, in best of one, play draw is really, really brutal. And if you have that 2-mana enchantment on the draw, you just have a dead card. But this deck is built to be functional on the draw and on the play. So that's where I ended up on, essentially, after playtesting maybe like 10, 15 matches, maybe even more. I don't remember, but I definitely spent 3 hours yesterday just playtesting Poison and figuring out where I wanted to be at. I was playing the +2/+1 land as well, the sphere, the other sphere that taps for Phyrexian, well, that taps for colored mana on Phyrexian creatures. But after I cut the double striker, I found that after I cut the double striker and the enchantment, it definitely felt way less impactful than a card like Mirex, especially because we're also running way more protection spells in general, and that land cannot tap for mana when it comes to non-creature spells. Or, yeah, when it comes to non-creature spells, yeah, literally, or non-Phyrexian creatures. But Mirex, the turn it comes in, it will be able to do that. So if you draw it on turn 2, you can like march and hold up. You can use the green mana from Mirex and then hold up a protection spell potentially. So it's very good at mana fixing that. But yeah, that's basically all I have to say about this deck. It's very fun to play when you're winning, and when you're losing, it's not very fun. But I think most decks in best of one kind of feel that way, where it's either a devastating win for you or a blowout for you as well. Like they either destroy you or you destroy them. That's what most best of one decks feel like in this metagame, and this is just leaning even harder into that. But honestly, I don't even know if it's leaning that much further into it compared to like mono red, where mono red sometimes feels very hopeless. And this is also a deck that feels very hopeless at times. But it's fun nonetheless. I think it's okay in like small doses. Like, as I feel like you play this deck until you get like pretty unlucky like 2 times in a row, and then you just cut it off. You stop. You have to stop. Don't push your luck. If you keep losing, you'll feel worse and worse. Just take a break, play something else, and then play this deck like the next day, and then repeat that process. Like, I don't feel like you should be pushing your luck with this deck, because it can get very frustrating at times when you don't find the Rot Priest. Anyways, I'm gonna leave you with that. I hope you enjoy the matches. Okay, well, here we go again. How can I be so lucky? I mean, this deck is just so bad. I can already picture this deck without Rot Priest being played. You just auto lose. Okay, Sentry is huge. How long will this last though? At some point I'll run out, right? Then what do we do? Ooh. Is it just double here? I guess it is, yeah. The Mite is too slow. If I had a protection spell, I would maybe not do this, but... Sure. 3 mana on my 1-drop, take 2 poison, kill swipe, or sentry. Oh, never mind. Wait. Wait, this deck is so dumb. Best deck in standard, best of one. Oh, actually, if you hit the nuts, it probably is the best deck, but jeez. So if they target, they get 2 poison, they go to 1. Yeah, just stack everything here. Okay. They have command. Actually, command would screw me so hard there. Super hard. The question is, will I be able to showcase that this deck is bad? Not this game. I wait here, right? Do I wait? It's... Okay, fine, I'll wait. But then I can never hold this up past this point, though. The Contaminator is pretty huge. Okay, so I was correct to wait. I don't know about Sentry. Are they? They're not happy about this. They are not happy about this, I can tell you that. It's so degenerate that you take like you take double poison counters for even attempting that. And then you still have to remove it the next turn. Sentry pretty good. Clearing the way for Rot Priest. It's not bad. It could have been a non-creature spell and done pretty much the same thing though. Wait, never mind. It's broken as well. It's too broken. Annex Sentry proving that it's supposed to be in this deck. Wait, do I even need Seed Core? I don't even have anything anymore that uses this. Wait, but one thing that's really scaring me is Gix's command. I feel like that will just screw me. March can use it for mana. But you're right. I'm definitely considering the white protection spell that's krowz. It's always interesting. Playing on one, not playing on one. I mean, that could decide the entire match, realistically. Oh no, wait, I don't do it here. I top deck stand, so. Yeah, how do I just have how do I just have Rod Priest in my opening hand every game? Like, it makes me feel powerful, but I know that when I don't draw it, this deck is like a tier 4. Like, it feels like the deck's good, but it's all scam. Is there any reason to like pump? pump this. Okay, if they play a sweeper, the -2/-2 maybe. I doubt they're playing that, but wait, are they just dead here? Wait, no, they're not. One off. nine, nine potential poison on turn 3. So dumb, dude. Arena Premium is doing its job, yeah. But it's weird because as long as I have one Rot Priest in hand, suddenly I have 7 left, right? Because I have the March. If I don't find a Rot Priest, though, that's when this deck is just terrible, because then those Marches don't really convert that well into Rot Priest. They do, but having one Rot Priest on the board is not enough, I think. So I'd have to spend 2 cards to get one Rot Priest. And then it doesn't really accomplish that much. But as long as I have a Rot Priest and I can protect it, then those Marches suddenly turn into Rot Priest. So it's kind of interesting. Yeah, you need Rot Priest opening hand or you lose. We need at least one match where I don't have Rot Priest. That way I can suffer and you know, reveal the truth about this pile. Oh. Well, that's also something. Wait, I don't need this many planes. Why am I playing this many planes? I should be playing more green. Well, whatever. Rod Priest and opening hand, I'm keeping. I have 17 green sources. That should be enough to cast Rod Priest on one, but I hit the 2 planes. Oh. Will I control? This is an interesting one because I feel like I should play it against blue-white. I won't be able to protect it past Crow. The longer I wait, the more chances of them having, like... I don't know. Don't know. Like, I want to attack with this too, so I think I just play it. Otherwise, I would have to hold this up, which is -1 poison anyways. I want to attack against blue-white. Okay, good. Worked out. Alright, now we're in a decent spot. Although I do want... Oh, this is perfect. This is tail swipe territory. Very good, huh? Very, 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 very good, huh? Would have been better as the poison thing, but... So I just hold this, and they basically can't win, right? Turn 2 Bankbuster is actually just a straight liability against this. Yeah, true. Oh, and this comes back. Oh, this is so degenerate. Oh my goodness. Okay, we're adding green. Yeah, turn 2 Bankbuster is like completely irrelevant against this deck. You just pass turn. 2 mana, pass turn. Spend all your mana. Ugh. It's only a 60% chance to not have any Raw Priest in opening hand. That's interesting because you can mulligan to affect those odds as well. Like this, right? This is really interesting because the consistency of hand smoothing gives you mana. It's really, really interesting, yeah. Aren't they just steadier? Like straight up? It's a top deck to March. They have to deal with this, right? So they take one. Oh, they're not dead, but they have to block, I think. Ah, they're not dead, but I guess they're not in the best spot either. And if I top deck anything, they kind of just lose. But I could also not top deck something. Oh, now they're dead, right? Isn't that guaranteed? Well, it's not guaranteed because I could just not draw a spell for the rest of the game and lose. This might be our first loss. And best of 3 you have more spot removal. It's a little bit different. I mean, I could not draw a spell that targets, but I could also just draw a spell that targets, you know? No, yeah, you can beat this deck in best of 3, but some decks aren't respecting it, so I can see you potentially losing just to the fact that maybe you don't have, like, enough, like, cheap sweepers or something. I don't know. Like, Lockdown destroys this deck. Path of Peril, kind of similar. Well, not really, actually. It's mostly Lockdown, and then just a bunch of spot removal. I mean, yeah, most decks don't really have that much spot removal in best of 3. I don't know. Hmm. Interesting. But I mean, I can't not keep it, right? Could have maybe waited one turn, but it's probably a loss. On the draw. Oh, well, I should have waited one turn. Well, my mistake. Do I have to take? I have to play this. Have to take. That's so bad. Yeah, but with the way I've been drawing, I should have kept this because I would have top decked the perfect card, right? Like, obviously, why would I not? That's just how I've been drawing today. But it's still good here, to be fair. I just top decked another Rod Priest, so kind of made up for it. But I got maybe it would have been even more brutal though if I had saved the first Rot Priest and then I top deck another one. But they could also have a sweeper. That would hurt. Yeah, this could have been a showcase of a loss for sure. I'm not protecting Rot Priest here. I think Contaminator holds more value. This deck is so weird, man. It feels... I don't know. I know I'm lucky as hell, but it feels so consistent. I don't know why. It doesn't even feel bad when you mulligan. What are the odds of having 0 Rot Priests in your opening hand with 2 mulligans? So, no, 1 mulligan. So, 6 card hand. It can't be that low, right? I think this deck works on a 6, on a mulligan to 6 pretty well. Just about as well as on a 7. Okay, no Rot Priest. Do I keep this? No, I can't, right? Wait, but I'm just gonna draw it. This is not even that bad of a hand. 3 lands, Murex, and extension. I think I just keep this, and if I lose, at least we get to show off like what the deck does without Rot Priest. Like, I think mulliganing this is a little bit bad. I have multiple draws for either Green March or just straight up Rot Priest, but I like the fact that I have like 2 pretty good 3-drops. Okay, this is probably just game over though, yeah. It's not terrible. At least that forces the block, which is actually pretty relevant here. That's not a bad draw. If I can catch Fable, like the Goblin token. Ah. That's really annoying.
And for once, it's not my fault. Off you go.
Alright, we lose the spot removal here, but I think even with Rot Priest, this is a loss, I think. Lily's really, really good against Rot Priest. I would have... Okay, if I had exactly Chorus and Rot Priest, maybe. But 60% of not finding in your first hand, yeah. Okay. Oh yeah, hand smoothing. I don't know. I don't think hand smoothing affects that at all, though. Ooh, I can grab... Oof. Wow, this is tough. Is it worth grabbing the Bankbuster? Over just... Ah, they also have Harvester. Oh, man. Okay, then that means this is useless then. Because I'm gonna have to use Courage on that. So in that case, I might as well just play the Sentry. It's not the worst possibility. Also, why are they playing Thrill? It's really annoying that I have to attack that. Lily was pretty much perfect there. It's gonna be a tough one. Oof. Oh, that's why they're playing Thrill. But why are they playing Thrill over the enchantments? Okay, so in this matchup, I think I have a better chance. And they didn't even try to Blood Tithe me. So in this case, the additional stats work out in my favor as well. Okay, if they did that, they probably have the... Oh, 3-6. Hey, that's pretty big. Okay, wait. They definitely have... Yeah, they have the enchantment in hand. There's no way they would even consider doing that if they didn't have it, so... Now I definitely need Rot Priest, and even then I'm not sure I can win. But if they miss the land drop, if they're greedy with their mana or something... Ugh. I mean, it's better than them hitting the enchantment, so... Take what you can get. Okay, that's bad. I am on 22 lands, right? That is a bit unfortunate. That is a tiny bit unfortunate, but... They're not drawing lands, I'm drawing lands. It's kind of evening out, except I have a Mirax. So. Please. Just one more turn. If I dodge it this turn, I think we win. Okay. Oh no, that's so good. Why is this an artifact? Okay, that's pretty bad. That might be worse than them getting a Trex on this turn. Because if they get it on this turn, I'm absolutely screwed. When if it was the other way around, I would get an attack in. Yeah, that was unfortunate. I think that was worse than them playing a Traxa. Because at least with the Traxa, I would be able to swing for 2 poison here and put them really close to dying. But, yeah, unfortunate 22 land flood as well. That was really unfortunate. But yeah, this is our first loss. It is what it is. I mean, their hand is not that good. That was so good. That was just so good because sweeping exactly artifacts means they keep their blood type. That was just so good. I think they would have lost without that, actually. Because only Atraxa doesn't really affect the board much, and my Annex entry could have gone on the Harvester if they didn't find that. Okay, that's fine. Maybe the Max gets there? I doubt it, but... So, 3 poison... I mean, we're off, but... At least I get to... I get to attack here. That's pretty important. Let me think about this. Is it worth casting this? Because if I draw Rot Priest... I mean, they're gonna fetch Brother at End, right? So I can't cast this. Oh, if this was Tivar's stand... Actually, I did not realize that if I draw Tivar's stand there, I win. That's crazy that I had it out there and I drew the wrong one. That's actually insane, because I can use the Flood mana on a Trampler. That would have been perfect. I mean, I would have literally won the game, so... That's actually sad. That's so sad. No, the more I think about that... I already drew it safekeeping. Yep. I wonder if I save that. I don't, right? Nope. Alright, Rod Priest, all on you, buddy. Will the Rod Priest show up in time? Okay, well, honestly, that was like a... Even though this was a loss, this was still like a great performance from the deck, right? Like, that was actually so close, even without Rot Priest. It did a lot of things that were really good, like the +1/+1 early to trade with Harvester, and they pretty much had like exactly what they needed with the Lily exactly on that turn, and then the Brothers end just in time. If anything went wrong for them, I think I would have won. I could have also like drawn non-lands as well, and that would have helped. A lot of things. Like the good thing is against Atraxa, you don't rely on damage, so you don't really care about the lifelink on Atraxa. They're not gonna clock you down very fast. Denial's the first phase. It is. No, but truly though, it was like it wasn't bad. I was expecting like way worse there without Rod Priest. 62% of finding at least one after one Morgan. Yeah, that was like way closer than it was closer than what they wanted probably. Oh. Hello, good game on best of one ladder. Okay. The classic. So does this deck beat mono red? I wonder. I saved the token. I had 3 attackers. They had a removal for 1. Where if I save the wait, what? I'm not sure what that I'm not sure what you mean by that. So what's my game plan here? Poisoning. Why is this version better than Simic? Because white is just insane. The early game in white is way better than the early game in blue, I think, but not. I guess I'm not 100% sure. White gives you interaction as well. This matchup seems pretty rough, actually. I do have to use the Contaminator. I had 3 attackers, 2 mites, and 1 annex. I could have saved a mite. Yeah, but it gets swept anyways. Wait, how could I have saved a mite? I don't remember. We can go and review that after, I guess, but don't really have a choice here. Well, actually, I do have a choice. Wait, can I go back? I can't. Oh, shit. I shouldn't do that because if they can target, they can just do it instant and it doesn't matter. Whatever. Do I have to block this? I think I do. Well, now that I paid the life, especially. That's just over. Played that pretty bad. The 2 damage actually matters. For some reason, I was like, we can't kill that if I give it protection. Not the case. But this is definitely not a good matchup. At least not on the draw, right? Was that on the draw? I don't remember. Yeah, maybe it matters, but these are kind of useless, right? Wait, maybe it is gonna matter. Oh wait. I can choose their creature? Oh no, don't tell me it's gonna matter. Wait, what? Oh, the same. Wait, what? Oh, it's only same name. Okay, wait. I just did not read the card. Alright. Wait, then this card is. I thought it was any creature. Okay, that card is way worse than I thought it was. Holy shit. Well, at least I never had to actually do that. At least I'm doing this in a losing match anyways. I don't know. Yeah, Green March is not as good as I thought it was. So this is definitely just a casino deck. But, yeah. I guess you'll probably lose to mono red most of the time. The sweeper is brutal with the enchantment. If you enjoy my content and would like to see me keep making it, consider joining my Patreon, where you will gain access to a bunch of bonus videos, other types of content, and of course, depending on the tier, other services as well. Thank you so much to all the lovely patrons that have already subscribed. I appreciate you all very much. And yeah, I hope you all enjoyed the video, and I will see you in the next one.